Hello, this is Maho or Mahonri from the CSE341 class. This is a video to explain or basically give some details about the first assignment, the first part of the application about the user contact list. Here we have the first file, starting with Express. We have this line to interact with the database, the following one to manage the routes. Here we have, we are basically setting the 3000 port as the by default port, basically setting up the port for the application. And then we have this line to load the routes from an external file. We will see that in a moment. Then we have this this function, this function to initiate a connection with the database using the initDB from MongoDB. It will basically show an error if it's not listening, and if it's listening, it will show us the following message and the corresponding port. In this case will be the 3000 unless we change that. Next, we have the following code, basically defining a group of routes to manage requests related to user request in this application with Express. This line of code will organize the routes. Then what else? This line of code is basically calling, same as this one, both are calling function from a different file. We will see it in a moment. Get single would basically show us a specific contact, and get all will show us the full contact list. Then we export all the code necessary for the application usage. Next in the code, here are the main parts of this code, both functions, allowing us to change the information to a JSON file, interact with the MongoDB database. Basically, as I said, get all would allow us to get the full contact list, and get single would allow us to find, based on the ID, find a specific contact and the corresponding information. Both are assigned asynchronous functions, but that's basically it. With this line of code, we are basically exporting both for future usage. And then we have here the database.js. This line of code basically handles or manages the connection from the MongoDB database using the MongoDB package and the configuration of variables through the .env. What else? Oh, here, this function is in charge of initiate the connection with the database. If the connection is already established, it will show us this message: DB is already initialized. Otherwise, it will start the connection with the database by using the Mongo client. Otherwise, will show an error. And here, this function will basically allow us to access to the database once it's initialized. If not, will show us an error. Database is not initialized. We export both, and then we have the index, the last one I would say. This line of code basically define the routes, the main routes for the application using Express, and then we export, same as the previous one, as the previous codes. I'm sorry. Then we have package.json with it's basically the beginning of the application based on the guides we had on this week's course. We set up the nodemon server.js at the start. I'm sorry, we are using nodemon and setting up the node server.js as the start. And we have the version of the nodemon, etc., etc. That's basically it. We also have the git ignore file that will ignore these two folders or files in order to have GitHub a little cleaner. And then we have the env file, which I'm not sure if I need to show this because it has my password from MongoDB, but it basically has the MongoDB variable equals to the link with the MongoDB database, the Mongo database. So that's basically it. Let me show you how it works. We can use the Thunder client to do that, but let me show you first this. Let me change the screen. Here we are. Nope, that's not the one. So it's not showing anything. So let's see. Let's see, what do we have here? Here we are. Okay, here is the. Okay, well, we have the assignment request and GitHub. I'm going to show you render because I just deployed this application with render, and as you can see, it did it great. As you can see, it says database is listening and node running on port 10,000, so your service is alive. So now we have this link that we can use from a new tab. It will show us at the beginning a little error, but if we use the functions we have set up with, in the project, we can use /users, and then we can see our contact list. While it's loading, it's basically this from MongoDB. We have three whatever, I don't know how do I say that, three contacts, but without information itself. It's just test information with different IDs. So as you can see here, if I use users, it will show us in JSON format the three contacts. If I want to see only the secondary, the second contact, I can just pass this / the contact, and it will show us the second one. Same for the third one, same for the first one. And then we can go back here to do this again. Thunder client allows us to do the same, exactly the same, seen online. The link we used from render to verify that the application is working. I'm gonna do this for the third contact / third contact number, and it will show us the third one. If I go back to the users, I can see again the three contacts, and that's basically it. I can also, no, I think we're fine with that. So thanks for watching. I hope this homework is good enough, and have a good one.